except for I don't like this background and I should have checked it beforehand. Let's do, yeah, let's do the space shuttle. Because, you know, we've got a Space Force now. Can't believe, man, wild times. Anyhow, welcome to Military Mondays, everybody. My name is Zach Kidd. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, and I'm just gonna do the trigger warnings up front. This, like, if you're offended by anything, like, just turn this off now. Parental advisory is in place, explicit lyrics, dark topics, you name it. That's what we're here for. So I've got a great intro that I just didn't quite have enough time to put together. So that'll be coming up next week's episode. But definitely Military Monday, where I'm going to be talking about all things military, veteran, VA loan, VA healthcare, if you can call it that. Just give me a witch doctor, I swear. Anyhow, and, just other random things that'll roll off, whatever. It'll be fine. As always, we are here to have a good time and maybe be informative. That's all there is to it. So anyhow, let me pop this up here real quickly. Where'd that go? I gotta be able to see what I'm doing. Not there. Yeah, aggravating stuff anyway. Anyhow, yeah, oh, there we go. Nope, that's not going to show there. Dang it, man. Wherever you're watching from, you can always follow me on YouTube over at Zach Kidd Agent. That's ZACHKIDD Agent, AGENT. I'm not going to spell that out in the phonetic alphabet. It's just not happening. Sorry. But you can chat from wherever you're watching at. So I'm live streaming on multiple platforms. I'm going to try something tonight. I'm actually going to type a message and let's see here. Hey, you know what? I'm going to do it this way. YouTube.com/Zach Kidd Agent. There you go. If you want to follow me on any other platforms, that would be the good one to do it on. I've had problems in the past with the Facebook. It doesn't like when I do my memes and clips, and it's like, no, you can't hear any of it now. Like, man, that's no fun. So if it continues to be a problem, I will start my podcasts on all the platforms, and then when we get into the nitty gritty, I will be turning Facebook off. But for right now, YouTube's good. Also Twitch, LinkedIn, of all the places. And let's see here, TikTok. I am on TikTok now. I'm live streaming on TikTok. Got the mic green today for Military Mondays, and before we dig into some of the rest of the content, I want to go into story time. We're going way back here. Oh my God, I'm not even going to say how long ago this was, but it was basic training. So that was a long time ago. God, that's painful to think about, man. Anyhow, yeah, back in basic training, I was present for the outcome of this. It did not happen to me. But no shit, there I was. And anyhow, we're like at the end of basic training. So, we were in just kind of full round mode at that point, just kind of coasting and waiting. And we found out that one of the neighboring units there, some of the new people had come in, and one of them apparently had crabs. And that was a problem because, all of the laundry is washed together, and that required a special treatment. So apparently the entire dorm got infested with crabs. So, I mean, like, that was bad enough, right? So they're like, hey, do we have any volunteers? Now, anybody who's ever been in the military will tell you, no, you don't volunteer for a damn thing. So, but yeah, I mean, like, at this point, we're kind of bored. And it's like, yeah, what's going on? And they tell us, neighboring dorms got crabs. We need somebody to go over there. Like, everybody else is off being decontaminated, and, all of their clothing is getting the special wash, blah, blah, blah. But somebody needs to take all the bedding out so that can be, taken care of. So we had a group of guys volunteer to do that. And so they went over, they did their thing, they cleared out the whole dorm, and they came back, and it's all good, right? It's all good. Until one of our guys went into the bathroom, looked down, and went, oh dear God, this is bad. Like, no. Yeah, he apparently had picked up a couple of the little hitchhikers while he was over there. So, being the industrious individual that he was, and God love him for this, he said, look, these little things, they attach to fur. No fur, no problem. Okay, cool. So, you know, he tells us, he says, I'm going to the bathroom, try to make sure that nobody comes in and bothers me while I'm in there, because, you know, we're pranking at this point. We're like, it's okay, man, we got you. Like, are you gonna do what I think? He's like, yeah, no fur, no problem. All right, man. So he goes in there. He's in there for a few minutes, which that's to be expected. It's all good. It's all good. And we're like, okay, fine. You know, there's nothing going on. And like, we're on the far side of the dorm from where the bathrooms are. And the next thing we hear is an absolutely blood-curdling scream. Okay, that's not good. He had the razor next to the twig and berries, like, what is going on, right? So we all go running over into the bathroom. We're like, dude, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, holy crap, we're gonna have to call the ambulance for this poor guy, right? And he's like starting to catch his breath, and in between the gasps, he's like, I'm fine, I'm okay. And we're like, all right, cool, we'll give him a minute. So he finally got calmed down, and we're like, dude, what happened? Like, did you cut yourself? Do we need to call an ambulance? He's like, no, all of the clearance there, the Brazilian, that went fine. The problem came in when he did the natural thing after shaving, and he threw rubbing alcohol all over everything he'd shaved. That was what the blood curdling scream was. And to this day, I'm like, what the hell possessed you, man? Oh my God. Hey, look, we got people chatting already. Megan's on here, Melody's on here. Outstanding. No, I'm not trying to keep people from enlisting. I'm just telling good stories. That's all there is to it. If you're crazy enough to raise your right hand, yeah, just don't be the person who goes full Brazilian and throws rubbing alcohol on your junk. That like he was just tore up from the floor up for days, man. Like marching, no, he did not want to do that, and I don't blame him. So yeah, that's the crabs in boot camp, basic training, if you will. And all of the like that memory came back to me because we're there. Here we go. We're gonna talk veteran shit here for a second. That memory came back to me because a good friend of mine, Megan, she has her, oh please, this has got to work. There we go. She does Goyataku prints, and she has these up. Here, get these crabs. They're crab prints for Valentine's Day. I'm like, look, that is legit the only kind of crabs you want to be giving your spouse on on Valentine's Day. It's the only socially acceptable one. So anyhow, she saw that, she said that there's the crab that print came from, and she has the proper correct Japanese ink to print it on. And yeah, so like you can order these from her and get them customized or whatever. So if you want to give your Valentine crabs, hook up with Megan. I shouldn't say hook up with Megan. Go find Megan on social media, and I'll pop up her link here in a second, and you can get these prints delivered to you. Let me or sent to you. Let me bring this up here real quick. Is that going to work? Are we working? Oh, maybe I got to click here for that. There we go. There you go. You can go over to her website at megotaku.com. That's megotaku.com. And Megan, if I am mispronouncing that, I apologize. I tried. Megotaku. But yeah, she's got all sorts of amazing art. It's traditional Japanese fish painting. So she paints the fish, or in this case the crabs, and then does the proper rice paper and rubs it, and then you get a print off of it. And it's really cool. She's got her artwork up all over. She's got some in if I remember right, in Margaritaville down in the Keys, right? Like, yeah, Jimmy Buffett, like, hell yeah, put that up on the side. So it's so cool. And if you see fish prints out someplace, take a look. It might be from Megan. But yeah, she does have the crabs as a limited run for Valentine's Day. The crab prints are available. I'm sorry. It's a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry, Megan. So let me pop up the chat box here. Let's see who's on. Megan's on. Melody's on. Asking, are you trying to scare people from enlisting? I'm not scaring anybody about it. If you're crazy enough to raise your right hand like the rest of us were, you're on your own for 4 years. And Jenny's on. Yay! Awesome wifey is here watching. And then. Courtney says, I didn't know you were looking for sponsors. No, I like, these are unsponsors. These are like, I'm trying to lift my friends up and help them. And if I can do that through a funny story and showcasing your business on here, then yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So anyhow, if you want to join in the chat, you can chat from wherever you're at. Doesn't matter what platform you're watching on. And y'all let me know. I'm going to type this here real quick. Can you all see this on different platforms? Question mark. Come on. There we go. Hey, it looks like it's pushing out to all the different platforms. So, well, at least Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. So I'll take that. That way, if I need to drop a link, which I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go in here and get Megan's website, and I'm going to drop that link in the chat, and that should go out to all the different platforms. So you can go find her artwork or order it through her website, or you can go follow her on her social media through her website. Anyhow, yeah, I saw her post today about, she had crab prints for Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh man, it's straight in the gutter. That was the first story that came to mind. I'm like, perfect matchup for Military Mondays. So thank you, Megan. Courtney still said, oh, it's back to a white screen. There we go. Is that better? Like now you can see the chat. Sometimes I turn it off, but yeah, so here I'll turn that off, and then we'll go back to the no link in the chat on Facebook. I wonder why. Well, whatever. If worst case scenario, I'll come back and post it up later. I'm trying. There we go. Courtney says it's better. Yes. Okay. All right. It might be like it only posts the chat message out to one of the platforms or to one of my Facebook pages. I don't know. I'm trying. That's all I can tell you. So anyhow, let's see. I got some other good stuff on here. Let's switch over to a more actual military veteran-y stuff. Here we go. This is a good one. Military healthcare stuff. This is from the American Legion. Oh, hold up. I got to get this. I got to get this over here. Yeah. This is from the American Legion. If you're a veteran or a veteran supporter, like an athletic supporter, yeah. That's a quote from Greece, in case you missed it. Friends, family, whatever, or you were active duty and got out at some point and, like me, don't qualify necessarily for the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, you can join the Legion. And they have, here, let me switch this back over here real quick. There we go. Solo main. Their production's coming up better and better. There you go. They have their Be the One campaign. So when you join the American Legion, they will hook you up with a package to onboard you, and in there you can get the coin for Be the One. And anyhow, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But the American Legion, fantastic organization. It's really inexpensive to join. And if you're a veteran and you need like a veteran service officer, I'm going to say this and my wife is going to be like, why didn't you already do that? But if you need to file your disability, you hook up with a veteran service officer or a veteran service organization like the American Legion, and they will help you process your paperwork. So that's enough on that one. Military Monday, show off your Christmas gift from William. Which one? Oh yeah, I got to get that. All right, tell you what, I'm going to get through this one real quick and then I'll come back and show off my Christmas gift from William. Anyhow, the VA proposes, where is that? Back over here. And we should be back. VA proposes exempting veterans from paying copays for certain whole health services. proposed a rule to exempt veterans from paying for co-pays for certain inpatient and outpatient whole health well-being services which are available at VA facilities nationwide. Health and well-being stuff. Co-payment exempt services include education, health and wellness coaching, skill building programs, and complementary and integrative health services such as yoga and meditation. So the VA will pay the premium for you to sit there and stare at the wall. I mean, it doesn't sound so bad. And they've got some other great services, but it's good to know that they are trying, even under this, to be able to expand some of the programs, weight management counseling, health fairs, preventative screening and immunizations. So they're trying, and that's one of the things one of the many things that the American Legion does is try to expand access and take care of veterans, and that's why I'm happy to be a member of the Legion. Like they're cool. So anyhow, what I'm going to do is pop over here real quick, and I will be right back after this quick message while I go get my Christmas present. You're listening to KIDD Radio, the real estate game with the pirate name. There we go. I have way too much fun. That's all there is to it. Let's pop back over here. I got to get this thing squared away too, because yeah, it's a handful to run an entire video show all on your own. But yeah, so this is what my kiddo got me. Claire, there. Wait, there it is. This is what my kiddo got me for Christmas. Air Force book. And I don't know if you can see, that's embossed medallion. This thing is just unbelievable. It's all the Air Force history, Air Force in Southeast Asia, B-52 stuff. I mean, and everybody in the family opened this up and was like, this is just the coolest book ever. And William, you did a fantastic job getting this. This is this is one of those coffee table books that you could sit there and just BS about for hours. It is just so cool. So I'm gonna see if I can get that to set up back here. There we go. That gets to be the new backdrop for Military Mondays. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, absolutely beautiful book. And that kid, I tell you, he of all the things I don't know. Well, I don't know what I want. There's the stuff that I actually buy myself, and then I don't know what I want. He always nails it. He's like, yeah, he'll like this. Oh, yeah, he's right. So he did a great job this year. That thing is amazing. Excuse me. Our go file. What'd she say? I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's what that was. That's my wife fussing at me about not having already filed my disability. Sorry. Yeah, that's a sore subject around here. Yeah, I know. I'm going to do it. I promise I'm going to do it. So let's pop back over here. So that's the American Legion stuff. Let's see what else we got on the offerings today. Oh, wait. That Christmas gift was... Here we go. I'm going to rate that Christmas gift a 10. Oh, come on. We got to do the right thing. Where's the bird? Yeah. Yeah, A10, man. That Christmas gift was A10. Love it. All right, let's go over to the latest on the PACT Act while I get back over here. And yeah, there we go. Now I got some of these things. PACT Act, Year 2, Claims and Warnings and Advice, and the Foundation Measure Aid. Again, this is the American Legion doing some great stuff. For those of you who aren't familiar, PACT Act boils down to here is a list of medical conditions that just by the fact that you were someplace that people are having these problems, they flipped the script on it and said, you were at that place, we will already pre-approve your claim for those problems. So that's amazing. That is a huge benefit to veterans who are in problem areas. Again, the American Legion is working on expanding those things, and especially toxic exposure stuff. Landmark, where is it? Yeah, okay, so they opened it up in 2022, and so far since then, the VA has approved more than 1 million claims for those who suffered from toxic contamination while serving in specific areas at specific times in the U.S. Armed Forces, primarily in the post 9/11 era. But that's okay. Like there's a lot of pre 9/11 stuff that they're handling too, including Agent Orange. I did read that someplace. So anyhow, they're working on doing more with it. If you were exposed, you got a problem, definitely go check out the PACT Act. Again, hook up with American Legion or some other veteran service organization. Find out what your bennies are in regards to this. I mean, I didn't go any place to do anything, but whatever. Maybe you did. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, you were in the burn pits, man. You already got 50%. Who knows? But yeah, they've got, Noel explained that veterans have to do the legwork to get their initial VA claims filed directly to avoid delays and disappointment. You've got to collect all the possible evidence, blah, blah, blah. It's important to get it right the first time, and I like to go back and forth with the VA. I don't think anybody wants to do that. No, we don't. You know why? Because dealing with the VA, for those of you who have only had the modern experience at the DMV, yeah. Just imagine the old school DMV, the one that we joke about now, but like back in the day, 30 years ago, the DMV was nightmarish. And the VA is kind of the same way. So anyhow, yeah, if you can get an advocate on your side, like the American Legion, yeah. And, if you're watching from the American Legion, you're looking to sponsor somebody, hook me up. I don't get paid for any of this stuff. Anyhow, yeah, if you want to get paid, though, veterans receive free access to small business training. This is from the VA, va.gov. Syracuse University's Institute for Veterans and Military Families provides resources to veteran entrepreneurs. Yeah, I will tell you, I had a major problem coming out of the military because... Look, when you're going into the military, if you wash out of your schools and everything, they call it a failure to adapt. And, in most cases, like even on the fluffy side of things, they, oh, good, Megan posted it up. Even on the fluffy side of things, like you're talking 3 months minimum. To get onboarded into the military and actively be in the military. And mind you, that's super short. That being said, when it comes time to get out, you go through a one-day class and they're like, get out the fucking door. Like, we're sick of you. Here's your DD-214, get. And okay, cool. So, you go to flip burgers at McDonald's and nobody has the first fucking clue. And we all feel like we're squared away. And we know how to do a whole bunch of shit. We know how to see it now. The cussing's starting to come out. We're very capable and we're very straightforward, because that's how we were molded into being. And yeah, I mean, it's tough when you get out and nobody knows what the fuck they're doing and they all got an attitude and you're like, the fuck are you? Do you have any idea like what some of these people have done? And you're just gonna, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. And like, I'll be the first one to admit, I flamed out left, right, and center when I got out of the military. The job market was not what I thought it was. And the only thing that seemed to be available at the time, and mind you, we're talking, before you could go on LinkedIn, they were corporate jobs. And I was not a good fit for a corporate job because I don't mind speaking my mind. I don't really give a shit what your problem with me is. If you got that bad of a problem with me, we can take it outside. Whatever. And yeah, I was Air Force, but I don't give a shit. Like, I don't mind. You want me to work? I will work my face off for you. That did not go over well in civilian community. And a lot of that is I failed to adapt. There was no real good program for that, even though I went through transition assistance, but that was a day and it was laughable. So what I did find over the years, all of those things that the world was feeding me back as being faults for a corporate job, they line up perfectly with entrepreneurship. If you got ideas, you want to act on them, you can run at your own pace, all that kind of stuff. entrepreneurship was like, thank you. This was what I needed to hear about. So to me, it's awesome that now there's a great resource, official resource from the VA. There's plenty of other great ones around too. If you're interested in that stuff, let me know. But yeah, I mean, helping veterans and military spouses achieve. Syracuse University's has empowered veterans. For many, that includes opening a business because, yeah, corporate life may not be a good fit. But they do have training programs for aspiring business owners with a little more than an idea. And, you know, if you're a little ADHD, got a little touch of the tism, ideas, man, we're awesome at that. Paperwork, not so much. But or for those who are still getting their business off the ground, programming for entrepreneurs with well-established business. So, you know, if you've already got a good business, they'll help you grow. So, and you can network with local and other business, veteran business communities. If you want a good veteran business community, I'm going to type it in the chat right here, wherever it gets off to, we'll find out later. But it's veteran-owned business.com. I think it's .com. Yeah, give me a second here. Hopefully that's not broadcasting. I think it's veteranownedbusiness.com. Anyhow, if you Google that, you'll be able to find it. Yeah, if you're a veteran, you have a veteran-owned business, go put it in over there. That's where we can network with each other. If I'm looking for a particular vendor in my area that is a veteran, that's first place I look. Unless they've got it on the side of their pickup truck or something, and I'm like, hey, you're a veteran, huh? All right, cool. But yeah, and they also have an entrepreneurship boot camp for veterans. Access to a 30-day online live instructor-led course where they will learn business fundamentals and how to take advantage of unique veteran-focused opportunities and resources to give their business the best chance of success. So, you know, whether you just got out or maybe you're, you know, already collecting Social Security and you're beating your head up against a wall because you need something to do, start a business. Especially nowadays, it's so simple with the advent of the internet. Man, yeah, you can do something. And just, you know, find a problem that you have and figure out how to solve it, and then figure out how to solve it for other people, and then figure out how to do that at a scale, and boom, you got a business. Right now you're like, yeah, just shut this guy up. So anyhow, 83% of EBV graduates that launched businesses are still operating today. That is an amazing success rate. So yeah, take advantage of that. That's over from the VA. And if you go to va.gov, you can sign up for their newsletter down here at the bottom someplace. And it's totally worth it. You get latest and greatest stuff. That's what I'm going to showcase here. So if you got a military veteran and you want to do something nice for their birthday or Christmas or something along those lines, or you just want to give yourself an attaboy, something to hang on the wall there at the office so everybody else knows you stack bodies. They don't know. They have no idea what the fucking medals are. Honestly, some of us don't. Like, I don't know. I got one that I remember. The rest of them, like, whatever. But yeah, you know, you can go over here to togetherweserved.com and claim your free military service recognition plaque. You can get it 8.5 by 11 or 17 by 13 and a quarter. It's a plaque you can print out and frame. Makes beautiful wall display. But yeah, I mean, that looks kind of sharp. That'd be kind of nice. Hang that up on the wall. There you go. Get a picture of you looking tough. And yeah, you get your brief military history, your awards and decks. There's some good stuff there. Oh, infantry. Oh God. Well, at least they made this one without crayons. It'll be fine. So yeah, but there's some good stuff for all service branches, each with 22 background choices. And again, this is a free service. And you know, you doesn't have to be somebody who just got out. It can be somebody who's been out for a long time. And they do, you know, the Roll of Honor, create a tribute page, shadow box, or plaque on behalf of a living military veteran, or you can create a tribute for a deceased one. So really, really banging concept here. Oh, hey, they have an app. Who knew? I didn't scroll down this far before. But yeah, awesome website. Go check it out if this is your cup of tea. TogetherWeServed.com. Let me drop that over here in the comments. Why am I doing this the hard way? Formal plaque. There we go. Make that easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, we'll go back over here to VA expands access to Veteran Legacy Memorial, allowing veterans to chronicle their life story. You see a theme here? No, I swear this is not the intended theme of the show, but you know, it is good information because look, hold up. Let me get a sip of water here. All right, remember that trigger warning on the way in? Yeah, that exists for a reason. Under no circumstances in any other job and in any other aspect of your life will you get somebody in your first week sit down with you and 49 other people and say, you're going to fucking die. Who do you want us to send your shit to? Yet every veteran I know, every single one of them, that's what we had in boot camp. The only job in the world, you're signing up to die. Or, you know, probably. It's considered that's what you're there for. You're there to be cannon fodder. So we get good with our mortality early on. Most of us do. I mean, that's where the dark humor comes from. You know, it's gallows humor. We're going to laugh at shit because, you know, as far as we're concerned, we're already dead. It's just a nice day. Anyhow, there's so, you know, some of the themes here that it works off of that, you know. Anyhow, today the Department of Veteran Affairs expanded the Veterans Legacy Memorial, the nation's largest digital platform dedicated to the memory of veterans and service members, to allow veterans to tell their own story before they pass away. You know, if Granddad is getting up there in years and he fought in Korea, now's the time to hook him up with this resource, which I should totally, here we go, copy. Pop over here and paste. There we go. And send that. There we go. Chevy. I love this. This is good. This is working, I think. Anyhow, yeah, now's the time to get a hold of Granddad, or God, if great Granddad's 100 years old, still sitting around smoking cigars and drinking whiskey and talking about going out to the nudie bars. Yeah, sit him down and hook him up. The older I get, the more I really am fixated on the idea of help your friends and family tell their story before they pass away. Like this is the first time I've ever showcased that story about my buddy in boot camp. I wouldn't normally remember it, but it was just something prompted it, and now it's out there. Notice I did not use his name, so but yeah, I mean, like, please hook your friends and family, or if you're a veteran, go in here and, you know, apply online. There you go. Visit your story, your legacy landing page. Go do it. If it takes you a year to put it together and you're still on the green side of the grass at that point, fantastic. But get your story told, because your friends and family will look back on that fondly. And yeah, that's the best we can hope for. Kicking legacy. So enough of that. Let's go over here. Again, American Legion. The mission is veterans. Nominee for VA Secretary pledges to protect vet benefits from possible spending cuts. Yeah, I mean, this was, how many days ago was this? January 23rd. So not even, it was 4 days ago. I am not keeping up on the politics side of things. Came up, I put it in my folder to talk about here. And hey, you know what? I should totally come back over here and, oh yeah, no, it's still up there. Okay, chat from wherever you're at. Yeah, that's huge. Y'all feel free to drop comments. Megan, I'll repost yours wherever I can. You know that. Anyhow, House Lawmaker Committee will hold an executive session on Thursday. Approve Collins for the job. I'm just skimming this here, but you know, long story short, here you go. How will you make sure the VA Toxic Exposure Fund remains viable for years to come while providing the levels of care our veterans have earned? There you go. biggest thing we've got to do is actually look at what has passed here. Are we at the VA making sure that we're getting good information and doing what the intent of the law was so that they can continue to get those benefits? Senators always questioned how he would fix the VA's bungled rollout of electronic health records and improve the handoff of medical care from the Department of Defense to the VA. So yeah, I mean, like, at least they're aware that there have been problems with this. And, you know, we want seamless care. It's actually a safety and security issue for my veterans. So, you know, it may not be at 100% yet, but it's out there. People are paying attention. These are like super high levels of the government. I find that heartwarming. I don't have a lot of faith in it, but, you know, it's still nice that it's at least making the news and people are out there advocating for veterans. So, especially our healthcare. Oh yeah, here we go. Back to the coin. But yeah, the Be the One training. You can, if you join the American Legion, they will hook you up. That's why I got my microphone isolated. Anyhow, they will hook you up with training for those who want to learn more about interacting and responding to veterans who may be in crisis. I wholeheartedly think this is a phenomenal idea. If you want to support other veterans, or, you know, if you're not a veteran, you still want to support veterans. After training, participants will be able to use the Columbia Suicide Severity Rating Scale to determine at-risk individuals, identify risk factors and warning signs, outline the types of suicidal ideation for behaviors that indicate imminent risk, and communicate effectively with an individual who may be at risk of hurting themselves. So, and it's free. So if you want to support and try and knock those numbers down from 22 a day, here you go. You can register online for the classes. It's an hour and a half. Next one's up on February 4th and then February 19th. Who the hell is getting out in January in Wisconsin or South Dakota in February? Ooh, man, New Jersey in March, maybe, but yeah. Anyhow, they do offer some in-person trainings, I guess, but do the online one if you're down with that. And yeah, if you're a veteran and you're willing to do this, please, by all means, do it. Because, yeah, I told a story last week, I think it was, I don't know, brain's a little fuzzy on these things, about a veteran on one of my groups, veteran groups, who called the crisis number. And it's 988, and then you hit 1 for the veteran thing. And she started dropping F-bombs, and they're like, we don't deal with foul language, and hung up on them. I'm like, really? Do you not know your audience? First of all, crisis line. Secondly, veteran crisis line. There should be F-bombs all over that thing, and you should be fine with it. So, you know, if you got a little thicker skin than what the actual crisis line has, hop on here, do something with it. Let's see, spread the word. Here we go. The 2025 Veterans Benefit Guide is now available. Banging. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I need to shorten that URL, but I don't really need to do that because I'm just going to post it in chat here. Veterans Benefit Guide. Boom. There we go. Jamin. Download or pick up a printed copy at your local medical center, regional office, or vet center for free. Yeah, here's the 2025 VA Federal Benefits Guide for veterans, dependents, survivors, and caregivers. So you don't have to be the veteran. If you're in the general realm of a veteran and you help them out at some point, you can get in on this too. Compensation, life insurance, pension and fiduciary services, education benefits, economic development and employment, home loan guarantee programs, and housing assistance, plus mental health resources. Yeah, some of us just won't touch those mental health resources because I know the boys with the butterfly nets will be out chasing me around. The handbook will help veterans and service members and their families understand the full scope of VA resources available to them to help make them make the most of their life after service. Outlines eligibility for requirements for each benefit, and because VA serves different generations of veterans, it also outlines qualification guidelines for distinct periods of service to clarify eligibility with service span both peace and wartime. For example, VA home loan, there is eligibility difference in time frame between peacetime and wartime, but I think we've only had 9. I'm just spitballing here. I think since the founding of the U.S., we've only ever not been officially at war for 9 years. So you'd have to have spent, I think it's 181 days. Might be 180. 181 days active duty during peacetime to qualify for your VA loan. The rest of the time, it's like 90 days. So, you made it through boot camp basic training. Good to go. Generally, ish. VA Federal Benefits Guide is available in both print and digital forms, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Again, va.com. Oh, no. I actually dropped the link. Cool. So, yeah, you can go find out about your veteran benefits guides there. And let's do something a little bit more fun. Got combat tested gaming with by the VFW. Combat tested gaming leagues, how it works. Pick your game, register, keep an eye out for an email, and get ready to play. So yeah, if you want to play Rocket League or Valorant or some of these other ones, they have a bunch. But yeah, you want to go in on this? There you go. You can go game with other veterans. Does it cost to sign up? No, this is free for veterans. Only courtesy of the VFW. Who can play? Any active duty military or veteran who is 18 years old and above can play in the leagues. Man, I bet those chats are lit. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. I hope I just didn't turn that off. That would suck. Oh, hey, there we go. See, I had something about that. That's all right. Maybe we'll come back around. Print out your VA welcome kit. See, man, there are all sorts of good resources out here. Like, you just this is how you find out about stuff, so you can actually do stuff with it. Whether you're just getting out of the service or you've been a civilian for years now, VA welcome kit and help you guide you to the benefits and services you've earned, depending on where you are. Support you in different ways. Keep welcome kit handy so you can turn to it throughout your life. Like when it's a good time to go to school, get a job, buy a house, get healthcare, whatever. You can download your VA welcome kit here. I'm going to be really good. Man, I did not shorten my URLs on a couple of these. That drives me nuts. Okay, there's a welcome kit, and I'm going to drop that down in the chat. There's the link to the VA welcome kit because you need to know about it.
And knowing is half the battle.
The other half is extreme violence. Yeah. Yeah, I told you we're going to have a little bit of fun. If you're looking to do something nicer with your time now that you've been out for a little while, you can become an Air Force Junior ROTC instructor. Now, I will say, several of my best friends, we were actually in JROTC back in high school. Some of us were crazy enough to actually start the program ahead of time, and we did the summer school thing between 8th and 9th grade. Crazy to think about that, but yeah, we're still friends all these years later. So JROTC, awesome program, totally support it. It's good. Ours was Army. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, if you're, you don't have to be an Air Force retiree, I don't think. Oh yeah, they want Air Force retirees and veterans with at least 10 years of service in the ranks of captain through colonel and tech sergeant through chief master sergeant. Then they want you to have an associate's degree. Yeah, fair enough. You're teaching in a school. They actually want you to have a degree for that stuff. Oh, I've got a good quote on that. I need to build that in here. I can't remember who said it, that societies that, how do you phrase it? Societies that separate their veterans from their educators will have their children taught by cowards and their fighting done by idiots. Oh, powerful. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, you can be a role model. Oh, where is that? Oh, come on. I should have seen that one coming. No. Wait, do I have it on here? I don't have. Oh, wait, maybe I do. Here we go. Did I hit it?
I'm a role model.
Here we go. Yeah. So if you're a role model type, let me get back over here while I'm looking. There we go. Yeah, you can be an Air Force JROTC instructor. There are more than 250 vacancies across the nation and overseas for both former officer and enlisted members. Distinctive opportunity now open to veterans in traditional Guard and Air Reserve airmen. Cool. Veterans who are separated or retired less than 5 years ago can also apply. Vets have been separated more than 5 years could be potentially considered if they meet all their other requirements. Look, they're looking for 250 warm bodies to go hang out with a bunch of high school knuckleheads and teach them about military life. They'll take a warm body. You have to do the certification process through the Air Force, which is done on the website button link below. But yeah, if you dig it and you want to try and do this, let me drop the link in the chat and you can go be a JROTC instructor. Go get them 8-up kids. Have some fun. All right, and let's move on to, don't worry, we only got 3 left, unless y'all like prompt me into some crazy story. 4 VA virtual care resources for caregivers. This is a huge thing. So, some of us vets need care. Yeah. And yeah, we need support with that. Caregivers work hard to make sure veterans receive the care they need. The downside to this program, I'll say it right now because I got somebody else who's in this position. It's the veteran who's okay, but his spouse, his wife, she's got problems, and he's struggling to get relief out of the caregiver network about that, and he desperately needs a relief. So anyhow, VA virtual care tools can make it easier. Blah blah blah. Here are 4 VA resources that can help you as you care for the veteran in your life and yourself. I think we're back to that meditation thing. VA Video Connect's Caregiver Connect. I'm guessing that, yeah, there you go. Secure video conferencing app makes it easier for caregivers to join healthcare appointments. Veterans can invite up to 5 family members or caregivers to an appointment. All they need to do is ask about Caregiver Connect option and scheduling. Veterans can also invite caregivers to an in-progress video visit. Man, they do not want my wife doing that, because I'll walk in and be like, hey, doc, I got this problem. He'll go, what do you want me to do about that? My wife will be like, I'm fixing. Rightfully so. Good on her for trying to take care of me. They also have Ask a Pharmacist. So have questions while you're setting up a pill organizer. Look, if you're a civilian, you totally do not get this, but like the VA, I remember back in high school, man, I'm talking high school and basic training stuff anymore, but I remember back then, a DARE was a big thing, you know, drug abuse resistance. I go over to the VA and they're like, what do you mean you're not on 50,000 drugs? We need to give you some. They're the worst pushers. So yeah, you need a pill organizer and Ask a Pharmacist app to make sure you don't have anything that goes against something else that you're trying to take. Annie for veterans. Annie, are you okay? Anyhow, VA's automated text messaging service is not just for veterans. Caregivers can also receive Annie's caregiver support texts to help reduce stress and feel less alone. Okay, may not be a bad thing. The stress management subscription is one of Annie's most popular features to caregivers. I'm not sure what Annie is, but as long as Annie's okay, we're good. And a mindfulness coach. Caregiving can be hard on your mental health, especially for a veteran. You know, I haven't been feeling too hot this past year. My wife knew I was better when I woke up, and I'm like, grumbly bear. She's like, hey, you're feeling better. So the mindfulness coach app is designed to help you be present in the moment without passing judgment. Yeah, it's just a cranky bear. Yeah. But yeah, not everybody is built to deal with, you know, cranky ass. It's just like, it's how we're built. Because, you know, we dealt with like I think the thing is we had a limit on the amount of stupidity we could deal with in life, and we just got filled up. Like first 6 months in the military, you're like, oh dear God, what did I get myself into? Like even before that, like at MEPS, literally the only job I've ever heard of where they make you duck walk while some crazy dude looks at your butthole. Normal thing, every veteran's dealt with it. You don't see that in a civilian job. Anyhow, so yeah, no wonder we're cranky. Like, what are you doing? On to bigger and better news along the education front here. 2025 Tillman Scholar applications. It's opened on December 1st, 2024, and will close on February 1st, 2025. So you've got only a few more days to apply for this scholarship. You can find out everything you want to about this over here. Copy. Paste and post. I'm kind of digging this workflow, man. I dig it. Pat Tillman Foundation identifies remarkable military service members, veterans, and spouses, empowering them with academic scholarships, lifelong leadership development opportunities, and a diverse global community of high-performing mentors and peers. Our scholars making an impact as they lead through action in the fields of healthcare, business, public service, STEM, education, and the humanities. Our scholarship is available to active duty service members, veterans, and military spouses. So before you start on your application, you got your eligibility and requirements, scholar benefits, what makes Tillman Scholar, frequently asked questions. Here's the big one, though. Who have demonstrated, love this, veterans and spouses with a high potential for impact is demonstrated through a proven track record of leadership, the continued pursuit of education, and commitment of the resources to service beyond self. Okay, I'm out. I am totally out. Like you said 6 things. I'm disqualified on 5. Tillman Scholars are leaders who live selflessly, creating a better world across all industries. Serve the country, and the best years of service are still ahead of them. Again, I'm out. I'm too broken. Committed to strengthening communities at home and around the world. Okay, maybe you could argue that if you wanted to. Humble leadership. Okay, yeah, I think I could kind of do that. But yeah, there's a huge community here. Plenty of info. So university and college partners, it's going to be hard to see on the other screen, so I'm going to read them out. A couple of them: Texas A&M University, UCLA, University of Arizona, University of Maryland, Minnesota, ASU, Oklahoma, University of South Florida. I didn't see an FSU on here. What's wrong with you? Georgetown University, University of Missouri System. God, that's tiny. Ohio State, Syracuse University, Florida A&M University, Indiana University, Columbia, George Washington School of International Service, and Gonzaga University. I ain't never heard of Gonzaga. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, there we go. I already posted that up. So that's a good opportunity if you're looking for a scholarship or some such. And last but not least, over on LinkedIn, still streaming there. See, I knew I'd have something for him. Here we go. I'm going to post this up in the chat as well. Boom. All right. Military and veterans for LinkedIn, they have career tools and networking opportunities. Get the tools to build your professional brand, manage your professional network, and gain the skills you'll need to be successful at every stage of your career. Military spouses, same. Employers, yeah, employers use LinkedIn products, resources, and thought leadership content, whatever, to help find the most qualified veteran candidates for your open roles. Look, don't just advertise that you're veteran friendly. Let me know that you hire veterans. I love to connect veterans with veteran friendly businesses, the ones that are actually like, fuck yeah, brother, get your ass over here, beat your face for a minute. All right, cool, you're a veteran, get on board. That I can deal with. I will wholeheartedly endorse you. If you just say, yeah, we're veteran friendly, I don't know about that. We've got a tight bond. And yeah, if you're in a position to be able to hire other veterans, by all means, please sign yourself up on veteran-owned business and hook yourself up on LinkedIn and network with other veterans who might be a good fit to get work with you or for you. Use LinkedIn to find a new job and your new purpose. Search for a job. Resources, Veteran Opportunity Report, shedding light on the state of veteran employment. There you go. Women Veteran Opportunity Report, similar, only for innies, not outies. LinkedIn Learning. C1 Veterans First Steps Back to Civilian Life. Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully that was some pretty good content. Let's see. Any of these others really fit? Nah. Yeah, I'll save those for some other day. Yeah, Jesus is watching. I heard that. What you think, Jesus? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I can at least break this down. So yeah, we're just gonna check. How long have I been on for? 55 minutes, not bad. That did not feel like an hour for me. So hopefully, if you're still watching, you had a good time. Did have some active chat stuff here, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Got good info out there from my fellow veterans, and yeah, Military Mondays is now going to be a thing. So I've been collecting a lot of these links for a while, so now it's like, okay, well, now I just dumped them. Hopefully next week it'll be a little bit shorter. You know, 4 or 5, but there's always great stuff coming down the pike for veterans. So I love being able to share that. I love being able to help my fellow veterans and veteran supporters. And if there's anything I can do to help you, you know, I'm a real estate guy, but, you know, I'm also an Air Force vet, and I know the VA loan system pretty darn good, and I've got some banging experts as lenders. So if you need to get connected with one of those, just let me know. That's enough for me for this evening. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm a little bit like, oh, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. It's time to go. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.
Thank you. Woo! That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore.